is the Violent Professional Podcast.
Oh, it's time to fucking release the Kraken! I've fucking already released it. God damn it. I don't know how to podcast. Fucking ass tits. Fucking ass tits. What if you're fucking ass tits? Did you ever think that there might be ass tits somewhere? Like two tits that look like asses. Anyway, we've got important things to talk about here on the Violent Professional Podcast. Much like every episode, it's super important that you're here and you're learning about things that I have to say. One of the things I want to bring up, I've got some lighting. I've got the lighting and I've got the lighting. I got 3 points of lighting here. I got this fucking fancy old school vintage thing like you would find in a fucking old Western saloon. Because apparently we can't fucking propel ourselves into the fucking future. We got to pretend like we're fucking old Western saloon patrons. So I threw the alien on there to represent old and new. Yeah, exactly. It's a good representation of this podcast. But first, I have to explain something. You'll have to excuse me if I sound a little bit wacky, like a wacky, wild, inflatable tube man, because I am drunk right now. While I was setting up my fucking podcast episode, and I'm like, fucking look. This is mostly for fucking YouTube, all right? This is mostly for YouTube. I'm setting up cameras, looking at lighting. I got this fucking TV monitor here. I'm looking at, I got this lighting thing behind me, and I'm trying to set shit up. So, I was doing that for a little bit, and now I'm drunk because I sat here drinking beers, fucking stroking dicks, drinking beers, and here we are. So let's enjoy this adventure together. Because I don't know where the fuck it's going to go, other than I have a notebook full of ideas, that'll change the world. Maybe, and probably not, but here we go. This is going to be a great episode. I'm just super excited that you're here. Maybe you should pour me a drink and clear my schedule. I'm a FaceTime with my mom tonight. Go check out Bo Burnham's special, Inside. It's fucking dope. It's on Netflix. It's great. Anyway, so you guys ever have a situation where you buy something from a store? You buy something from a store, and some motherfucker switched the product out inside of the box. You're all excited, but as you picked up the box, you kind of noticed something was awry. You understood that this package did not look correct. And if it's going to look correct, it better come correct. The box that I picked up was the only one. That's a bad sign. If you're in a store, a chain store like Lowe's or Home Depot or fucking Applebee's, which doesn't apply here. If you're at a store picking out a product, a Best Buy, a fucking Lowe's, if you get the last box and it's got tear marks on it and the fucking object looks a little scuffed up, you probably got something somebody fucking returned and they just put it back on a shelf. And that's kind of what happened. But in this event, I found out after I drove the 15 fucking miles, or no, it was 15 minutes to the place I got this from, it at a minimum. I drove across from where I live to where this place is, and I noticed the box was a little bit weird, and it was the last one, and it wasn't in the right spot. I was like, well, yeah. I was looking for a fucking LED light that could light up the background, as you see here, with color. I want to put blue back there because I like that color. I was like, or any color. I've got an app on my phone that I could adjust coloring and make it look interesting. I'm trying to do something here, right? Don't fucking ask any questions. I'm just trying to do something here. Make the fucking video for YouTube look cool. And you're fucking harassing me about, like, why do you need the YouTube? Why do you need the YouTube? I'm trying to YouTube, all right? I have some followers on YouTube that like to watch videos. I don't understand it. I barely like looking at myself in the mirror. Some people like to watch what I do on the fucking video. You know, really the reason I have YouTube to begin with is I was looking for ways to put shit on social media, and I was like, well, I'll record video and then we could take clips and put it on there. And I actually was doing that. But we didn't have YouTube. It wasn't like a thing that I was planning on doing, but it was a great way to put some more content on social media. So as I'm like developing all of this shit, I was like, we'll do this, and then we'll have, from one episode, we'll have like a month's worth of content. So for people that do social media or podcasts or whatever, like if you don't know about like how to take major content like video production and boil it down, this is kind of what I do. So I take a video, I record on a digital audio recorder, which is where the sound is. I don't use the camera sound, but record it on there. And I take that and put it for the podcast, and I upload it after I edit it and make the sound better, and not so flat. And I put some bass. And then I add to the video. And so the idea is like, take the video, take the fucking audio, combine that shit and make one big thing, upload that to whatever, then boil it down into minor clips, like little, sound bites that are funny or whatever, like interesting things, and boil that down and then boil it down. Make little photos out of it, memes, all that shit. So essentially in one recording session, like right now, I could have a month's worth of content. So that was the idea. I'll record the videos, make a month's worth of content or more, and then callbacks and memes and all this shit. And but then I was like, maybe people want to watch YouTube because they watch all these other podcasts on there, people sitting at tables and just talking. And so that's what I did. I started recording this videos and getting lighting and shit to make it interesting. And then I go and I'm like, let me put some color in the background, put some color in your life. And I was like, maybe I'll do blue. And so I go to fucking a store today and I pick up this fucking light because I'm like, oh, it's Wi-Fi enabled. I'm going to fucking put on whatever and put blue in the background. Or maybe I feel a little green today, or maybe I feel a little bit fucking purple. But nope, some motherfucker went out of their way to take the lighting out as well as the instructions and put it in the other one because they're trying to save $4 fucking dollars. I don't understand it. I don't fucking stand it. $4, you're spending $50. These fucking lights aren't expensive nowadays because it's so common. I think I paid $15 for this one, which would have been the full colored lighting, but they switched it out because they're so fucking cheap. Let me get this straight. You have enough money to pay for a fucking cell phone that has apps on it, and you pay the monthly service fee, and you fucking went to fucking this store to get a fucking light that is Wi-Fi enabled, and you're switching shit out over $4 fucking dollars. What kind of cheap ass motherfucker are you? You son of a bitch. Now you made it so I gotta drive a fucking hour because it's 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back, 15 minutes there to return the shit, and 15 minutes back with the correct item. You suck. You affected somebody else's life. You fucking cock ass. Fuck you. That's what I say about this whole thing. This day is ruined. You have ruined my day. You get that light, it looks legit. It's not legit. It's not fucking legit at all. And my day is now wrecked. I had a great day, too. I had a fucking great day. I was working. I was having a good time. Felt great about my situation, great about my life. And then in one fell swoop, I fucking wrecked. You wrecked my fucking day, whoever the fuck you are. All right? You took a lot of effort to save $4. Like, to sit there and, like, look at the cameras and be like, oh, are they watching? Oh, I'm pretending. Oh, we're all pretending. Hey, go get some faucets. I need some faucets. Get the cameras off me. Fuck you, camera guy. Sorry, again, I'm drunk. I don't understand what I'm doing right now. My alien dad over here on the light. Figure it's fancy. It's like an old vintage thing. Ping Pong Tactical is a tactical hard-use gear company out of the Pacific Northwest. They have a plethora of holsters and accessories as unique as you are, built to your exact specifications. You want a holster with a dragon on it? Maybe you want a holster with 2 dragons intertwined looking back at you. Well, if you want that, they got you, son. You want a place to put your screaming keys so they're easier to locate when they scream at you? They got you as well. You got a weed rolling tray, man? No? Well, it'd be a lot cooler if you did, man. Just ask Logan over at Ping Pong Tactical, and he will hook you up with any Codex your little black heart desires. So go check them out at pingpongtactical.com and use code VIOPRO at checkout for 10% off your entire order, man. Have you guys, you know, I don't know how much I'm going to fucking transition any of these things, because all of the topics today, are very different. I got my notebook here, as I've talked about before. I only write on the right side. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to spoiler alert you, but I only write on one side. But all of the topics, you know, the last episode 85, I tied everything in. I felt nicely, and I'll just talk about episodes. Okay, so I recorded that episode, and I felt fucking really weird during it. Oh, hello. I felt really weird during it, and I was like, this episode fucking sucks. And to some of you, it may suck. But to me, I'm the harshest critic of myself. You know, all of you out there that don't like my shit, but you keep watching, I hate myself more than you hate me. And so I watch every fucking thing. I listen to the episodes. I fucking watch the video. And so I sit there and go, you fucking dumb shit. This thing on the fucking... And so I try to... And, you know, part of that's good because I try to make a better product for anybody that's watching. I try to make a better product. I analyze every fucking thing in the episode. And so it's good in a way, but for me to go to sleep at night, it's like, God damn it, I fucked up again. Who's going to watch this? And a lot of people watch it and listen. So it's good. But, where was I? I fucking lost my train of thought. Oh man, this happens a lot. But yeah, I try to give you guys a good product, a service here, and I'm the harshest critic of. I'm bringing myself back. By the way, I'm bringing myself back to what I was talking about. So I watch the episodes, and I'm the hard critic of myself, and I listened to the last one as it was uploaded, just like everybody else. It releases, you guys get to hear it, and you know, I've listened to it before, but I don't know how it is, so I try to listen to the episodes as they're released, just as you would. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, that's funny. And maybe it's because it's me, and I'm saying the shit that's funny, but a lot of people will like listen to themselves record and it's like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. What the fuck? And this is like, I've had people on the podcast that have said that, like, oh man, you can't put that out. It's like, you can't be embarrassed by this shit. You can't be embarrassed. You just got to be you got to be accepting and willing that you're going to fucking put your heart and soul and fucking personality out there. And just, I think the hard part that people, the part that people have a hard time with is thinking that everyone's going to judge them. Because there's going to be some. Like, there's some that are judging me right now. But if you can get past that, there's a lot of, you know, positive things that you can fucking take from that. There are some people that enjoy the episodes, you know, and that's really who I do it for. I'm going to be honest. I do this for myself because I enjoy listening to it and being surprised by what I said, you know. I'll be real honest about something I have a hard time with. I'm trying to get myself to a place where I don't fucking care what I say. Because literally, and I can pick it out. I don't know if any of you can, but I can pick out the moments that I pull back on certain topics when I should just go fucking full force and just say what the fuck I'm feeling. But it's like there's moments where I go, don't fucking say it in my brain. It fucking stops me. So I'm trying to work through that and just get as fucking vile and fucking horrible as possible. You know, because it doesn't matter. It's just words. Who gives a fuck? And it's the First Amendment. And I'll never say fucking anything bad. But I think I will say things that are bad. But I have moments where I'm very aware that there's people watching that I know are watching. And I just like I think that is a common fucking thing that people in like entertainment or personality space or any of these things where you're putting yourself out there, you experience and you're like, fuck, man. It's like in the back of your head that there's people that you know that are watching. And for me, I want to get past that so fucking bad, but it's like and I'm getting better at it. Like I think it's every so often I go, don't say that as I'm fucking saying something, and you'll hear me stutter and go, damn, and I'm not like, and so for me, I'm trying to get past that. So that's what you're gonna, and I say that to say this, you're gonna see hear some really fucked up shit in the coming episodes, because it doesn't matter. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say and not worry about it. So just be prepared. That's what's going on. Lately, I have been getting into some fucking crazy microwavable nacho shit. And I'll explain for anybody that's interested. If you haven't heard any of the episodes before, and this is your first time, you will understand that I'm big on fucking microwavable foods. And I'm not talking about like Hot Pockets or anything like that. I'm talking about like shit I create in the fucking, with the condiments and the fucking supplies in my fridge, which is not very much because I'm a single man. I live in my own fucking place. So, what I've been doing, you know, I don't know how nachos are made usually. Maybe they're made in an oven of some sorts. But I make them in the goddamn microwave. And I'll explain this because it's fucking delicious. And maybe some of you should try this. And this will be another recipe in the fucking Violent Professional cookbook. Microwavable cookbook. Get out of here, fly! God damn it. This fly is following me. So essentially, I get the fucking cafe style fucking Mexican chips. Get out of here, you fucking piece of shit. Get out, fucking fly in my face. I had my dog chase it. Oh, I caught it. Wow. That's amazing. I gotta get chopsticks. So essentially, you take the bag of fucking nacho chips that you get from fucking any store. My preferred store is Walmart, of course, as you've heard in previous episodes. And you put a fucking the bed of nacho chips on a plate, something that's small enough to fit in the microwave. Because as I've experienced in my fucking house, my microwave is not as big as the square plate, the fancy square plates I picked up, because they were very nice looking, and I wanted something adult-like. So I could put nacho chips on them and microwave them as a child would. And so I got some new plates and some fucking Tupperware and shit. So you take a bed. I'll just tell you how I do it, okay? Because I know you're interested. This is fucking amazing. Get some Tupperware. Get the fucking big Tupperware bowl. And you put nacho chips in there. And you take some salsa, pour that shit over there. fucking empty the whole fucking thing inside of the bowl. It doesn't. You don't have to coat it. Just in the center of the bowl. All right. Angrily take nacho or fucking salsa and throw it in there. I like any kind of salsa, tomato, spice, jalapeno, cheese. You dump that in there, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to mix it right now. And then you take a can of fucking pinto beans, right? You're thinking, why the fuck pinto beans? Because I fucking said so, and now it's going to change your life. Take the pinto beans, empty it up, strain it out in case there's extra fucking bean water. Who the fuck wants bean water? That's ridiculous. You don't want bean water. So you take the fucking the top of the can, push it in, and then fucking dump it like it's a can of tuna. You get rid of the fucking water. That bean water. Oh God, I feel a clip coming on. Anyway, dump the fucking pinto bean with jalapenos inside. Oh fuck, it's popping, dude. It's popping on a handstand. Dump the fucking pinto bean with jalapeno inside of that shit. Inside of the fucking the Tupperware container with the fucking chips, with the fucking salsa. Dump it. You fucking dump it. And then, from there, it's anyone's guess. But if it's my guess, you'll take Fiesta style or the Mexican shredded cheese because you're a giant racist and you feel like that's the only kind of cheese that belongs on fucking nachos. Anyway, you're correct when it comes down to it. The Fiesta style cheese is the only kind you could use for fucking nachos. And let me show you what this shit looks like. If you're just listening, you don't even understand the fucking majesty of these nachos. But for everybody on YouTube, you got a special treat. Oh, look at the bowl of nachos. Oh, cooked 100% in the fucking microwave. Let's get a little taste of the special. Oh, look at it. That's one nacho, my friend. Isn't that what I say? God damn. Look at the cheesy goodness of this shit. Oh, look at it. Oh. You can tell there's a little bit of softness to it. That's the best part. It's crunchy yet soft. Oh, it's so magical. Listen to a beautiful fucking sound of those nacho chips. Oh. Okay, that's enough. Look at the size of this fucking bowl. I'm gonna eat this whole fucking thing. That's fucking bananas, dude. Oh, shit. Holy shit. What else do we gotta talk about? God damn, that's a little bit spicy. Strikeforce Energy is a fucking fantastic fucking drink. You get that shit and you fucking wake up in the morning. It came in on the fucking Pony Express. Paul Revere himself, if he was alive, he would have brought that shit right into your fucking suck hole. He'd take the fucking pump bottle, insert it into your face, and smash the top so you get that fucking natural flavor enhancer in your body. Now, I don't know if it's natural, but it sure as hell tastes like it belongs in my body. And it should belong in your body too. So go ahead and go to StrikeForceEnergy.com and use code EvilVibes at checkout and you get 20% off all of the shit that they have on their store. That includes fucking water bottles to put Strikeforce Energy in. It involves hats, cats. I don't know if they sell cats, but they probably should, Get fucking as hyped as you can on fucking Strikeforce Energy like a cat on catnip, speaking of which. And with, the hustle and bustle of busy life, why would you waste time going to the fucking gas station or the grocery store to get you a fucking energy drink when you could just have that shit on your counter ready to go?
You get the pump bottle, you get the fucking packets, you squirt that shit in water, boom, you're fucking done, and off to the races. Anyway, go to StrikeForceEnergy.com, use code EvilVibes for 20% off your entire order of Strikeforce Energy.
Let's talk about my favorite topic is fucking social media, all right? Because we'll get on with the show because I don't know how long this fucking camera's gonna last. It's got a very fucking fucked up battery apparently. Ooh, yes. Get a fucking taste. Anyway, I've been talking about social media quite a bit on this podcast, because it's hard to avoid. That's how everything today, especially with the pandemic, all of that shit. Like, you focus more on fucking social media than ever before. And I equate social media and like the shit that people do to like a train wreck or like a car crash. You've been there and you're like, what the fuck is the holdup? You going down the highway, you don't understand why the fucking traffic's slow, all of a sudden it stops, and like you look over and there's a fucking devastating crash. I'm sorry. The nachos are hot. The microwavable nachos are hot. And I'm talking about like spicy wise because I come correct with the fucking nachos. But anyway, you see a car crash, it's hard not to rubberneck. I understand. Coming from the Pacific Northwest where there's a bunch of fucking people that come from Japan and Asia and they can't fucking drive and shit. Like, you see car crashes all the time. And there's, or like a bunch of women are just standing there like, what the fuck happened? Oh, my. They fucking smash into stuff. They're like, my bad. So in the Pacific Northwest, we saw a lot of car crashes and you have a lot of rubberneckers and stuff and you like get angry about those people and then you are rubbernecking as well. You're like, fuck you bitches. You're kind of like looking over at this shit. You're like, yeah, makes sense. It's a woman. And so you're fucking driving and it's hard not to look. And that's kind of what I equate social media to. It's like a lot of fucking people on social media. It's really hard to not look at them, and you go back every day, even though you're not following. You're like, who's that fucking dumb fuck that I saw the other day? Oh yeah, this. And then eventually it goes into your top searches and then you don't even have to follow, but you just look and you're like, God damn it. And there's been times where I'm having a great day and I'm like, I wonder what those fucking weirdos are doing. And I go and I'm like, motherfucker. And they just fucking ruin my day. Like, social media is 100% like a fucking train wreck that you can't get past, or it's like a fucking car crash. You just look at it every day and you're like, I was having a fantastic day. Maybe it's time to wreck that. It's a balance, really. You're having too much of a good thing, like a good day. You gotta wreck that shit sometimes. So you look at the same fucking people that annoy the fuck out of you, or maybe the algorithm gives them to you, and you're just like, fuck, I feel like I've been following them for fucking years, and I can't look away. That's what they do. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you two examples, all right? I'll give you two fucking examples. There is a real estate, and I'm going to put it in the most generic terms so that maybe if my following passes this on, or these people happen to see, because I follow them and the algorithm works in magical ways, it shows people, specifically when you're talking shit about them, they're like, is that about me? Is that about me? No, you're fucking self-conscious. But anyway, I'm just going to put this as generic as possible because I'm just going to, and I'm not going to explain why I'm doing that. So anyway, I follow this real estate guy, and his big thing is like the old days of like the Ron Popeil food dehydrator on the fucking infomercials and shit. And you ever see the real estate stuff where they have like everybody in Hawaiian shirts and they're like sitting in front of a background that's like Hawaii or some shit, and you can't tell. Back in the day, you couldn't tell if it was a green screen because, nobody understood technology and what it's capable of. So there's, probably they're in Hawaii, but you never know nowadays. And they're like, in 3 easy steps, I sold my first 5 property and I became a millionaire. And then there's they have all these testimonials, and then there's like the one dude that was like super unimpressive. He's like, I sold 5 properties and made $10,000. And it's like, wow, good job. Why the fuck are you a testimonial? Everybody else is selling fucking millions of dollars, and you bald motherfucker with a mustache, freshly shaved here, mustache here, perfectly to the lips, up to the nose. What the fuck are you testimonializing anything? I can't trust you because your mustache probably fucking fucked some kid on the way in. And if you're offended by that, that's what I was literally talking about not caring about what I said. So, it's not like this is literally a show about mustaches fucking kids. Grow up, all right? Anyway, this real estate guy, he's tapping into the old shit of like 1990, and like selling infomercial shit, and he's got good information. Like, real estate is a great investment. And if you can figure out, it's pretty simple actually. If you can figure out how to take out loans, how to get mortgages, you could just buy a bunch of properties and leverage those properties against everything else. And you could fucking take out money, do home equity loans, do many things to take the fucking equity in your house and put it towards buying other houses and build up a fucking portfolio of other houses that you rent to people or sell, blah, blah, blah. And you can have passive income every single month with homes that you own in a real estate portfolio. That's to die for. Hold on, let me grab a nacho. Because... oh, it's one nacho. Oh, fuck. Oh, God damn. It's in my nose. You ever get nachos in your nose? Anyway, he sells this fucking... God damn it. His thing is he keeps fucking posting in a very specific way. And it's the same fucking thing that he does over and fucking over again, just slightly reworded. And I'm like, God damn, I saw that. And he does it to a point of like, I have seen this post before. You know? The dude's great at what he does. He's got a bunch of followers and all that stuff. But it gets annoying because it's every other post he's posting like fucking 20 times a day in a very specific pattern. He posts a Twitter thing that he posts, which is exactly the same as the video he posts, and then posts another Twitter elaborating about it, and then goes on and fucking posts something else where he's saying basically the same fucking thing. Sign up for my pyramid scheme of real estate and you'll find it's free. It's completely free. It's like nothing is free that's going to make people millions of dollars. And like, he's got great information, and like, I like to invest in stuff. If you've heard me talk about fucking stocks and fucking crypto, I feel like I have nachos in my nose right now. But if you hear me talk about this, I'm into investments because I think it's awesome. Get some passive income. And like, initially when I was looking at his stuff, I'm like, this is great information. Maybe I should diversify my real estate portfolio as well because I own some property. But God damn it, such a turnoff. And aside from that, the dude has taken more testosterone than I'm talking about. He doesn't own that testosterone. He shot it in his fucking hip and thigh, and he's just, and it feels like, because you see videos of him walking around, it feels like maybe he's injecting it into his face directly. Because if you ever seen anybody on testosterone or fucking HGH or anything, their cheeks kind of do this thing where they fucking pull over the fucking top of their mouth, and it's like seriously frown lines. And then aside from that, their skin's super red and they're fucking amped up, and they're like, seriously, you gonna invest in my shit or what? It's like, God damn, dude. God damn, real estate guy, calm down. It's like, put on this fucking Hawaiian shirt and sit in this fucking director's chair and tell everybody about how much fucking real estate you have. It's like, God damn it, dude. okay, I'll do it. Just don't fucking hit me anymore. But it's like, at this point, initially, and I'll go back why I'm watching. I initially was watching him because I'm like, this is super smart shit that he's putting out. But his presentation is super whack. It's super fucking whack. Because he should, like he's saying, diversify your bonds. He should diversify the amount of content that he puts out because it's fucking super fucking off-putting. And all I can focus on now is his dumb fucking face and how many steroids that he's taken. His face literally looks like a caveman. And every single one past that, it's like he gets angrier and fucking angrier. And like, bro, how many people have signed up for your fucking free fucking masterclass, which is another thing. All of these fucking people go masterclass and everybody's like, oh, I should do it. I should sign up for his masterclass. You know, I should do that. I should put out some content where I'm like, sign up for my masturbation masterclass. I'll show you how to jerk off and come real quick. You know, you ever wanted to come? I'll show you how to do it. Just watch me, and it's me in my bed, like sitting here like this. First, okay, so this is step 1 to your fucking masterclass. First, you fucking yell at your dog and be like, Zia, get the fuck out of here. And then you like fucking, you know, you pull your shirt up and you're like, oh, God damn it. Oh, I gotta close the door so she doesn't come in and like lick my balls while I'm about to come. And then you're like, oh, fuck. And then you're like, I gotta get another t-shirt on top of this t-shirt so I don't come on this t-shirt and I don't wear it by mistake. And then it's gotta go in the fucking closet later. And you're like, oh, okay, so you get all that stuff knocked out. You're like, you know, this is step 2 of the fucking masterclass of masturbation. And then I get the t-shirt laid on top of me, you know, just with my boner already pre-ready to go. And I stick the top of the t-shirt like I'm wearing the t-shirt over my sleeves, and I cover it up because I don't want to be distracted by the fucking red t-shirt that I'm wearing. And you fucking lay it, and you know, cover up this belly that you got going on, and then your boner's sticking over top of it. And it's like you're pretending to be discreet, and you're at a fucking in a park somewhere, and you're like, and you're looking at your phone with your left hand. You know, you're like this. And this is the same phone that you teach your kids how to understand the ABCs, and you're like, oh, you're fucking going, and you're like, that's not good. And then you take your hand off your dick and fucking go to this one. Oh, this is fucking 320p. Let me switch this to fucking 780 or fucking 1080 and 740 or 1080. You're like, oh yeah, that's good. I can see the wrinkles in that vagina. And you're like, oh, and you're sitting there and your phone's like fucking waggling along, and then eventually it's like up by your face, and then you're like, it's in your face, and you're just like, and then you don't even need it at some point. And you fucking bust a nut, and maybe you pull the t-shirt over your lips so that maybe this time it doesn't go inside of your mouth when you come. True story, guys. I need a nacho. Oh, let's get one of these nachos. Uncana is a CBD company. They make all kinds of CBD products which help people get over shit like anxiety, aches and pains, and general bullshit of the world. Uncana takes the edge off of life. Everybody's talking about CBD. There's a lot of great companies out there, but if I'm going to pick a company to put in my fucking body, I'm going to choose Uncana. You know, you go to Uncana.com, you use code VIOPRO, you get 25% off of all of the CBD products. At least go there and research. They got plenty of information, some fact sheets, the data on how pure and safe their product truly is. What do you have to lose, kids? Go check it out on Uncana.com and make sure you use VioPro at checkout for 25% off your entire order of CBD. So that was about real estate. That was about real estate. Now let me dip my toe into the housewife section. Social media housewives. Okay, for any housewives that are listening, I'm sorry if you're offended, but I don't fucking care. I'm not even sorry. You're fucking boring, all right? You're fucking... All of the housewives out there making goddamn TikToks, making goddamn fucking reels on Instagram. You're boring, all right? I'm sorry to break it to you. You might have millions of followers, but those millions of followers are mostly dudes and they just want to fuck you. But I'll tell you from someone who doesn't give a fuck about that. And I'll say why. I just gave you a masterclass for free on how to jerk off on this podcast. Listen, no one gives a fuck about how you tend to your duties of being a housewife. You literally, and it was like, the hardest job ever is being a housewife. No, it isn't. It is not the hardest job. Especially for housewives that don't have any fucking kids, all right? Your job is not hard. You married somebody. They make all the money. You fucking sit at home and fucking TikTok. Do I have to... I'm sorry I made you feel bad. How about you go fucking suck an ass? All right? Maybe go wash some dishes if you're fucking bored, you stupid ass. Your job is not hard. And I'm... Listen. I appreciate all of the women out there. And I'm sorry if you feel like this is sexist. But it absolutely is. You got married to somebody that wanted to fuck you. And end of story. That's what happened. And now you sit at home because you didn't get a job. All right? Now you're fucking making Fabergé eggs and fucking putting baskets that you got out of Target and putting fucking tumbleweeds inside of them. Taking photos of them for Instagram. Talking about your fucking regimen in the morning. Talking about fucking how you went outside today. You saw a bumblebee. Running your hand through the fucking weeds as you run somewhere. Right? I'm sorry your life is fucking boring and you sit at home. You fucking suck. No one wants to see it. And again, you maybe have 1 million followers. But guess what? There's 7.2 billion people in the world. You think old Chinaman is like, let me find out about what kind of fucking laundry detergent works best with my husband's fucking PT gear. This is my entry. This is my entry of my house. I put live, laugh, love on the wall. I have shiplap that I salvaged out of warehouse pallets. I have built this table out of reclaimed wood from the forests of the Pacific Northwest. Fuck you and your housewife shit. Again, like I said, social media is like a fucking train wreck. It's full of weirdos that do all kind of shit just because they're fucking bored with life. You want an example of that? Me doing social media in a podcast just to talk about fucking nachos. Speaking of nachos, I have some right here. Let me tell you about how I make them. I use fancy lanolin when I use a pot holder. I found this on Etsy. I'm literally going to eat every fucking one of these nachos later. This is just a prop. All right. You know what housewives could do? That would be more interesting than fucking talking about their fucking couch and their fucking things that they do inside of their houses. They're like their day job. How about you show your goddamn tits? How about just fucking show your tits? All of the housewives out there that don't actually contribute financially to their fucking housing situation and helping the husband out, other than it's great. You provide meals and shit. And you do the dishes. Maybe. But if you're on social media, not I did more with the fucking nachos tonight, all right? You could help out your house. Make a fucking OnlyFans and show your goddamn tits. I'll subscribe to all of you. And then I'll perform my masterclass over and over again. Because it's like hobbies, you know? It's fucking hobbies. You're bored. You got hobbies. I bought a scroll saw from Lowe's, and I've made words I put on there that shows how much I love my husband. I love my husband for years and years. And while he's working to support myself and my hobbies, when he comes home and just hops in the shower and goes to bed and I feel unloved, I'm going to go suck his friend's cock. That's 100% of what happens every fucking time when they feel unloved. Because the guy is busting his ass. Shut the fuck up. Maybe you could take one of your wicker baskets that you made out of organic fucking straw from your backfield and fucking blow his, where you take a shot in your mouth and then fucking blow his load into the fucking thing. Oh. Again, these are not about anybody specific. I'm just fucking shooting brain ropes everywhere. Anyway, let's talk about what really matters here, people. Let's talk about this. Because this is what really fucking matters. All right? You know, this is the most important development from the pandemic. I feel like I got fucking nacho chips all over my goddamn face. But this, and I have to persist on this, this is the most important fucking development from the pandemic, post-pandemic. Prostitution is now legal in New York City. What? Welcome to New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Yeah, fucking prostitution is legal in New York City. Fuck yes. Of all the things that could happen, UFOs, a fucking border crisis, let's fucking let everybody fuck for money. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Oh, I love it. You know, I'm going to read this article from Fox 5 New York. All right? And if you didn't know this, I'm originally from New York. Not fucking New York City, but a little bit upstate, near West Point, in a little town of Cottikill. That's where I fucking was raised until later in life, and then I moved on, you know? So this article is from Fox 5 New York. De Blasio, that's Bill de Blasio, he's the mayor of New York City, pushes for decriminalization of sex work. The district attorney, I've drank too much. The district attorney of Queens announced Tuesday that she is requesting the dismissal of nearly 700 cases involving prostitution-related offenses. And New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio said he would push for statewide decriminalization of sex work. He's the fucking mayor. He's going to push for fucking statewide? Fuck you. You think Accord, New York, where I went to high school, Accord, New York, they're going to fucking have prosties up there? Come on now. You got to get through Cuomo. And that dude's, I mean, he'll probably be all for it. That motherfucker likes to grab him by the pussy while telling everybody, oh, that's horrible. Don't grab him by the pussy. Ew, how dare he say that? Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz, oh, this is by a woman, by the way, a Democrat, said she is requesting the dismissal of hundreds of cases against people who were charged with prostitution, loitering for the purpose of engaging in prostitution and similar offenses. Instead of prosecuting these defendants, we need to provide a helping hand by connecting them with meaningful services. Goddamn right, helping hand. You got all those dudes in my masterclass that maybe they want to venture out. You need a helping hand. Come on, give him a helping hand. And you know, this attorney, Melinda Katz, she's all about it. She has observed my free version of the masterclass on YouTube. You know, people who were charged with prostitution and loitering for the purpose of engaging in prostitution and similar offenses. Instead of prosecuting these defendants, we need to provide a helping hand, connecting them with meaningful services, support options, and necessary tools that will assist them to safely exit the sex trade. If that is what they choose to do, Katz said in a news release. The move to drop hundreds of prosecutions followed the legislature's action last month to repeal the law against loitering for the purpose of engaging in prostitution, something opponents called the walking while trans ban. Historical data shows the enforcement of this statute has primarily been used to arrest people based on their gender or appearance. Get the fuck out of here! What the fuck? Katz said, dismissing cases related to this unfair and now repeated statute frees members of our community from collateral consequences of their arrests. I love the picture. They look like classic prostitutes. Continuing on, Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark announced last week that a judge had granted her office's motion to dismiss more than 800 cases. I thought you said 700. That involved the anti-loitering law. De Blasio, also a Democrat, said sex traffickers should be prosecuted, but not sex workers, who are often folks who are subjugated, who are victims of trafficking. Oh, the plot thickens. The mayor said at a virtual briefing that he is calling on the state to change the laws to end criminal penalties for sex workers, to put the focus where it should be, on the traffickers and those who profit. A bill to legalize the buying and selling of sex was introduced in state legislature in 2019, but it did not come up for a floor vote in either the state Senate or the Assembly. There you go. I want to say something about this whole situation. I don't give a fuck about this prostitution stuff. I think it's a noble deed. People want to bust their nut. Let those women help those guys. Public service. It should be labeled as a public service. And maybe it's not so good for my masterclass, but I'll survive. I got other shit going on. I just want the good of the land. I want people to thrive. Let's be honest. A hand doesn't feel quite like a vagina. But you can't catch herpes from a fucking hand. Or maybe you can. I haven't practiced that one yet. I haven't figured that one out yet. So, I want to focus on something else that's not important to this whole subject. Bill de Blasio is the mayor of New York City, but his name's not fucking Bill de Blasio, and I don't know why this isn't in a fucking news more often. Motherfucker's name is Warren Wilhelm Jr. Apparently he was beaten by his fucking stepdad, or his fucking actual dad. His dad was a giant piece of shit, but the dude picked de Blasio because his mom is Italian, but guess the fuck what? The dude's not Italian, he's German, and he's talking like this. Hey, fucking pizza. Hey, we need to fucking bang prosties and fucking get him up here. Let's give it a test. We need to put this legislature in front of the house and see what's up. Hey, they just want to suck my penis. It's legal now. All these fucking politicians, they have their agenda. I'm sure it's just so they can fuck prostitutes. That's what it's gotta be. That's what it's always been. That's what it has always been. It is what it is. Anyway, kids, I don't know how much longer the battery is going to last. I got a fucking bowl full of nachos. I'm going to enjoy right now. And if you enjoy this episode as much as I enjoy these goddamn nachos, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to all of those shits. And if you do believe and you don't want to subscribe and you don't want to like this episode, you don't want to comment and say how awesome it was, but you do support the episode, go follow all of our sponsors. There's a link in the bio. You know, you got Ping Pong Tactical. You got Strikeforce Energy. You got a Canna. Use code EvilVibes or VioPro. Whatever. I'm enjoying these nachos. And I hope you learned something tonight. And what that could be at a minimum is that I'm a white trash piece of shit. And with that, kids, we'll see you next time.